following devastating flooding in Pakistan. Feinstein, Gillibrand, colleagues call on President Biden to grant temporary protected status to Pakistani nationals. Following unprecedented flooding that has left one-third of Pakistan underwater and affected approximately 33 million people, Senator Dianne Feinstein, D. Caliph, joined Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, DNY, and a group of their Senate colleagues to write a letter calling on President Biden to grant temporary protected status (TPS) to Pakistani nationals currently residing in the United States. Implementing TPS would allow Pakistani nationals to remain in the United States until Pakistan recovers from this environmental disaster. The ongoing crisis has left many regions of the country uninhabitable and unsafe, caused at least an estimated $10 billion in damage and contaminated the water supply, spreading an array of waterborne illnesses, including diarrhea, malaria, acute respiratory infections, skin and eye infections, and typhoid. In addition to Feinstein and Gillibrand, the letter was also signed by Senators Patty Murray, Democrat Washington, Dick Durbin, Democrat Illinois, Amy Klobuchar, Democrat Minnesota, Cory Booker, Democrat New Jersey, Mark Warner, Democrat Virginia, Elizabeth Warren, Democrat Massachusetts, Bernie Sanders, Vermont, Chris Van Hollen, Democrat Maryland, Bob Casey, Democrat Philadelphia, and Tina Smith, Democrat Minnesota. Granting TPS to Pakistani nationals in need is a small but consequential step that the United States can take to immediately reduce the human suffering caused by this natural disaster and would reaffirm our stance as a global leader committed to humanitarian relief efforts and protections, wrote the senators. Should Pakistan officially request TPS designation given the current conditions the country is facing, we urge the Biden administration to prioritize such a request while continuing to monitor ongoing developments and deliberate on the best way to aid the Pakistani community. This action is supported by the National Immigration Forum, Asian American Federation (AAF), the Climate Justice Collaborative at the National Partnership for New Americans, Communities United for Status and Protection (CUSP), and South Asian Americans Leading Together (SAALT). Earlier, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke and Bob Menendez, U.S. Senator, called for provision of temporary protected status (TPS) for Pakistanis living in the United States and unable to return home safely. Now, it is up to Pakistani authorities to send an official request for TPS to American administration.